Welcome to the Brothers Chat podcast, where we discuss everything and anything football. I'm Timo, as most of you already know. Got a nice little roundup of football enthusiasts. We've got Boaz, the Chelsea politician. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. We've got the Dench Gooner himself, Carlos, with his Matrix.
Come on, innovative. Come on, Gooners.
You're the only Gooner standard today, boy.
That's all they need.
Today, but
That's all they need.
We'll get into that a bit later. We got Smiley, the Man United fan, we saying. United fan today.
Come on, all day, every day.
Yeah. So I think we'll start off fresh. Man United beating Liverpool 3-2 at home in the FA Cup, going through to the next round. Smiley, I'll start with you, being a United fan. I know you are. What do you think of the game, team selection, all that stuff?
I'm not even gonna lie. It was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah.
For once, I didn't fall asleep. I was entertained.
That's a good sign.
You know what I mean? I was a bit unhappy with Bailly not starting, but
yeah. But did you understand it?
But no, I didn't understand it. But with Solskjaer, I've learned just go with it, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, just go with it and hope for the best, and that's what happened.
Just vibes, isn't it?
Wan-Bissaka played well. Like, Wan-Bissaka's playing very well at the moment. It's just his end ball needs a bit of improving.
Yeah, I think that's the only problem with Wan-Bissaka. Everyone knows that he's astute defensively. He's just going forward. That's his issue. What about the other?
Take-on, he done quite well against. Who was he against? Robinson.
Yeah, he just needs to cross more, man. But I don't know, it's mad, like, because when he crosses, he just looks unnatural. It's like
very uncomfortable.
Yeah, bro, like,
very uncomfortable.
Yeah, fam. If you notice when he crosses, he loses balance all the time. It's a bit mad.
The worst thing is he used to be a winger, but it's like I don't see how.
Yeah, this is what I can't really grasp. But we'll go the other way, left back, your boy Luke Shaw. I know you were advocating him strongly last week. What did you think of his performance today?
Look, this chubby bastard, he's amazing, man. Like, Luke Shaw.
In not so many words.
Because you got to think of it, he's quite, like, he's not got the typical football frame, in it. But his stamina and the way he can just run up and down for the whole 90 minutes is just, it's got to be respected. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a good engine on him. Very good engine.
Yeah.
And he's improving his attacking play, because he's always been good defensively. But it's just his passing that's always been called into question. But now, his end ball, he's always making the right decision. He's going back a lot less. Mm-hmm. So I think I've got to give Ollie credit, because he's clearly must have said something to Luke Shaw, because you don't just randomly change overnight. Do you know what I mean? So someone said something to him in terms of his attack output, and it's definitely making a difference right now.
Definitely, he's even taking dead balls now. Like, he's in every corner. I see him lining up.
Yeah, he's taking the deep free kicks.
On one occasion, I was just like, "Where's Luke Shaw getting his newfound confidence from?" So, yeah, you've definitely got to give credit to Ollie, because he's obviously said something to Luke Shaw that's kind of clicked. Obviously, Tellus came as well, so he's probably putting pressure on him to perform consistently. So, yeah, man. For me, arguably, he could be maybe man of the match today.
No.
No, have you got another? Have you got someone else?
Pogba was man of the match, yeah.
Pogba, yeah. What I can say about Pogba, yeah. Defensively, he's looking astute as well, bro. Like, he's winning every header. He's just there or thereabouts. So, in terms of all round, he's there, man.
Do you know what it is? Pogba just sat there and listened to everyone just chat all this hate about him, about how he can't defend, he don't pay attention, he don't do this, he don't do that. And he said, all right, cool. When I get back, watch what I'm going to do. And he's just proving everyone wrong. Because I didn't think Pogba could defend the way he does. Like, he's actually been making good tackles, ball recoveries, his defensive headers. Like, he's coming like Kante. Do you know what I mean?
No, so coming better than Kante, blood. I haven't seen Kante for weeks. I mean, Boaz could attest to that, but I ain't seen Kante in a hot minute. So, you saying Pogba best CDM, best attacking midfielder, best right winger? Where?
Yeah, he literally can do it all right now, man.
Can't drop him out. But I'll come to you, Carlos, the outside looking in. Obviously, I know you've been watching Man United from afar. What have you made of their upturn in form? Or their not really?
I have to give them credit. I mean, even from before, I never ruled out Man United getting to the top two, even, to be honest, because like you lot have probably said before, might have heard me say before as well, like on paper, you probably do have like probably the best team on paper in the Prem, or at least definitely top two worthy anyway. On paper, the players you lot have got, and then obviously you can see today, yeah, to be honest, I think you lot played better than Liverpool anyway. I mean, look, the 2 goals came from Salah, one being, was it the second one? I think it was a mistake. Was it Cavani? Then that misplaced pass. Then they capitalised. I think then they made 2-2. So bar that, you lot were pretty much controlling the game. Rashford as well. I've always rated Rashford. He was wicked.
That's Dr. Martin.
Yeah, he's trying to be that next Martin Luther King. It's working. Mr. Malcolm X. He's doing 2 jobs right now. He's doing it well.
And the kids and scoring goals.
He's doing it well. Obviously, Pogba's still playing wicked for you. Even I had to say as well, yeah. Even looking at Luke Shaw, like he just looks like a pub man. When I look at him, he just looks like some any pub man. But actually, technically, what he can do, I'm like, wow, right. Like throws me off. But nah, he's good, man. But yeah, no, you lot played well. And yeah, to be fair, I could only really see it going one way once the game started. Anyway, Liverpool look like, I don't know whether the players are tired, or they ain't got much options to play with in terms of players. But you lot definitely capitalised on what was there anyway. So give credit when credit's due.
We definitely looked the more threatening. Obviously, Liverpool had their spells and periods in the game without really creating. It was a little bit more similar to last week. Like they had a lot of possession, they dominated the ball without really creating any clear-cut chances.
Yeah,
which really got me off my seat and thought, right, like Liverpool should be winning this game. The best chances fell to us, and you couldn't really contest it. We deserved the victory.
And Liverpool are dead. They are dead.
Have yet to score. I wish we had Liverpool fans on there because it's damning. Like I'm looking at the front three, they just look so devoid of ideas. Trent looks a mess. Mane, Salah look like they're playing for themselves. Firmino couldn't hit a barnyard door. Like it's just.
No, do you know what it is? Yeah, Liverpool have reached their peak. That's all it is. Like Liverpool was never as beefy as we all thought they was. It was mainly Jurgen Klopp and his tactics. Because if you actually take them Liverpool players, and look at them when they play for their national teams, they're nothing special.
Pretty ordinary.
Like, they're just all like Trent ain't really nothing special for England. Wijnaldum's not amazing for Netherlands. Like none of them really shine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just Klopp's system. But now everyone's sussed out how they play, and they're just ordinary players for me. Like Mane's still world class, Salah's world class, but the majority of that team, it's just an average team to me with just a world class manager.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see them creating much. It looked like to me they're kind of just they're going forward, but it's like the options is dead, and they're kind of just whipping it in to whip it in, and it's like they're just waiting for a mistake. They capitalize on that, but by that, I mean, there weren't really nothing going on there. Do you know what I mean? Whereas with Man U, chances were created, and there's a few which I saw where, you know, certain balls could have been made and they didn't get made or whatever, but the potential was always there with Man U, and they done it.
There's a lot more intent when it came to Man United, whereas Liverpool were just kind of like hitting and hoping, like Trent flipping in balls, but it's like he was hitting in balls for the sake of it. Like
Firmino, I don't know what Firmino does right now as well. Like that dollar's lost.
He keeps them.
I'm telling you. What is he, a cam? Is he a cam, innit? Secondary striker.
He's a cam. Yeah, I think he's a cam or a winger. One of those ones, isn't it? So he's not a striker by definition, but he plays the number 9 role.
So, like even him, I feel like
false 9. I'd like to say.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing in there, man. I don't know. Yeah, work to do.
Yeah. But as you want to get into it, I mean, what did you think of United's game, Liverpool's game? You know, the contrast, United, good, rich form, Liverpool faltering.
Yeah, like United were the better side. Like, I think, I don't know. You guys were like quite dismissive of Liverpool. I guess you kind of forget they did score 2 goals. Firmino did have 2 assists, and Salah had 2 goals. But now, like, Man United were the better side. They definitely had the better chances. Obviously, Liverpool have their issues at the moment. They have a quite depleted squad. Like, obviously, their squad has issues in the sense of it has quite a good like starting 11, but once they get a few injuries, like they just have a bit of issues.
Depleted? No, I'm not accepting that.
Look, they have no real centre backs.
You take their 2 centre backs, that's their full team. I'm not having that depleted. Nah. I'm not taking no excuses.
But they have no centre backs.
They have
no centre backs. Have no Henderson.
Yeah. But you know what it is, Boaz? Yeah, I don't even think it's the defensive side because that's not really the issue. It's going forward that's the issue because they're not scoring goals.
I think it is the issue. Like, obviously, when you don't... Henderson has like a really big impact in the way they play in the sense of it gives them balance. So like it gives them a bit of confidence when they do have like the wing backs going forward where like Henderson drops back and almost becomes part of a defensive line. I think that has a big impact in the way they go forwards in the sense of now when they're going forwards without that sort of stability at the back, they're just a bit hesitant. So you just don't have the same balance which you had when Henderson is in the team. That's the way I see it anyway, because a Liverpool with Henderson and a Liverpool without Henderson, there's a complete difference in the way they go forwards and the way they defend.
Are you saying if Henderson started today would have made a difference?
Yeah, like I'm not saying like Henderson's a really good player. I'm not saying like he's world class, but I think he makes a big difference to the way Liverpool play. I think if he had started, it would have made it a tighter game. I don't think it would have been as clean cut as the way it is now. As like Man United is very much like a counter-attacking team, and you kind of saw it in the way they played against Liverpool. Obviously, they have pace in the wings. I think with a bit more stability at the back, it would have nullified it to some extent. So I think it would have been a more tighter game. But it's what it is. Like that's how football is played. And Man United were the better side today.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm thinking about it. That Williams guy, he just died. Absolutely died. He's probably going to be having nightmares of Rashford if he goes dead tonight because every time I saw Rashford face up, he just looked like he was going to skin man, and he was just not ready. So, yeah. Smiley, we'll go back to the midweek game that we had against Fulham to take us back to the top of the league. What did you think of that game?
That game was dead, man.
In what sense? Explain.
That game was boring.
I'm not bored.
It was, man. That game bored me.
Why did it bore you?
That game bored me, man. It was just one of them games that it was just frustrating. I feel like we was just trying to force it. And without Pogba's moment of brilliance, like, could you really see a goal coming? Do you know what I mean? I reckon I thought
not really.
It was just one of them type of games.
Yeah. I feel as if we just made it harder on ourselves, really, because we've got the quality and we should be like peppering for them. So
the thing is, though, this is the only thing I give Fulham credit for is this ain't the same Fulham that everyone used to smack up. Do you know what I mean? Like since they beat, is it Chelsea? Since the Chelsea game, they've changed. You know what I mean? Like since the Chelsea game, they've changed and they're a lot more solid now, and they're a better team, Fulham.
Yeah, a lot more compact and Lookman always dangerous, giving us the most problems. But yeah, like you said, a moment of brilliance from Pogba, winning the game, taking United to the top of the league.
Yeah, and I'm happy for Pogba as well, man. Like,
yeah, he deserved it, man. The way people have been gunning at him, it's about time, man. People stood up and just accepted that Pogba is here, innit? He's ready to turn up. I mean, Carlos, did you catch any of the game midweek? Or...
trying to remember. I think I caught the highlights of that game. But yeah, what I saw.
Background.
What the hell?
What's going on here, mate?
What?
What's going on here, mate?
What's this, a commercial or something? What's going on?
Make it make sense.
Southampton, mate.
We definitely ain't no angel. So
they're my good buddies.
Where does he play? Where does he play for the youth team or something? What's going on?
They dealt with Arsenal.
Okay, no. Yeah, okay. While I'm talking about Man United, he wants to do this. All right.
That was cool. Hey, we're not even there. Trying to take it.
Yeah, now with the Man U Fulham, like Smiley was saying, other than that last bit of brilliance out of nowhere from Pogba, it's pretty much stalemate. I mean, Fulham probably could have had a few more goals, to be fair. It wasn't really a convincing win for Man United, but then at the same time, when you're one of them top teams, it's just about pulling a win regardless of how you get it, just as long as you get it. So at the end of the day, I mean, people can say what it is, but they got the 3 points. So
it's the result that matters at the end of the day, not so much the performance. You just got to get out.
I mean, you can say the same with Mourinho's style of play. When he fucking as everyone buying the ball, excuse my French, he still gets the 3 points. I mean, that hasn't always worked, but you know what I mean? If it works,
history would dictate, the result is the most important.
Yeah, exactly.
Important matter, not so much the performance, but just the 3 points. So I guess I just accepted it. I would have liked Man United to play a little bit better in terms of performance.
But 100%.
I'm just like, you know what? We've got 3 points. We're back on top of the table.
Yeah, you got through it at the end of the day, innit? You got your 3 points. So
that's it. You take the 3 points and move on. And obviously, it feels good to beat Liverpool as well. So hopefully, we can carry that over into the next fixture against Sheffield United, and we can just, slowly just cement that place.
Imagine if they surprise you. Oh, flipping out. That would be funny.
Sheffield United, are you crazy? Old Trafford. Smiley talk.
Hey, that would be funny if that happens.
Must be my Arsenal blood.
Bro, them comments there.
Tell a lie, the big one's next Saturday as well. So that'll be it.
We're playing you in it. Where is that? Home? Are we at home?
We're playing you at the Emirates.
Where?
So that should
man.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna get smashed.
I mean, you know what? Seeing as how we're talking about Arsenal, might as well just segue to Arsenal. Would you like to explain what happened yesterday, Carlos? I can't lie.
Like I said, it's Arteta tactics, man. He said, listen, we ain't got time for this Mickey Mouse Cup. We need to get up at least into the top 6 this season in the Prem.
That Mickey Mouse Cup is
we ain't got time for it this year. We need to go places. We need to look half decent. So that's what I'm hoping. But I think like with that game as well, I ended up catching out some of the highlights of them. From what I saw, it was just like just a bunch of players they just couldn't work together. They just couldn't click. I'm seeing the chances they get in. It's going over the bar. It's at the keeper. They're fluffing it. It's just a scramble. So I don't know if Arteta really did field a team that would actually go and win this game, or if he really just or if he just put a team to just rest certain players for next week, and he is actually concentrating on the Prem. Which, if he is doing that, I'm not mad at that. I mean, the flipping game schedules at the minute are crazy. So, in fairness, I'm cool with that. And like we said, Southampton isn't like a dead team. They're actually a decent team as well. So,
and to be fair, they played a really strong team as well.
Yeah.
So you could tell they really wanted to go for it.
Yeah.
Maybe Arsenal's priorities lay elsewhere. Maybe they're trying to solidify a spot.
That's what I'm thinking. So
I'm seeing a starting 11 now. I mean, Nketiah, Pepe, who don't really start, Martinelli, El Nene. So a few first teamers, a few fringe players. So it's a bit of a mixture. But
Bro, that Nketiah is dead. He should not be starting.
Hey, let's talk about Nketiah.
Like, do you know who he looks like? Do you remember what was that film Eddie Murphy was in, fam? Beverly Hills Cop. Remember was his name Axel Foley?
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
That's who Nketiah looks like. A young Axel.
Oh shit, bro. Damn.
I see one because I didn't even catch the full match. I see the last 15 minutes. He had one scuffed shot as well. I was just like, how is this guy surviving, man?
I mean, the thing is, I feel like Arsenal ain't got no one else.
They got that youth, fam. What's his name? or something.
Yeah.
There's some youth, brother, that everyone keeps going on about, and bare clubs want him, but for some reason Arteta's not playing him.
Was he even on the bench today?
No.
Or yesterday, sorry.
He should be starting.
That's crazy. Yeah, because they're trying to tie him down, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't blame him if you got Eddie Murphy starting ahead of you. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess like Nketiah's England's top under 21 goal scorer. So I guess like
that.
He has some sort of talent in getting the ball in the net, but obviously he can't kind of bring that into like club form.
Yeah, but Angel Gomez was that England's World Cup captain winner, innit? And Ollie weren't starting him.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what these managers are looking at. Where look at certain man, I'm just like, how are you getting more game time over other guys that would warrant a place?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Far be it for me to argue with the Arsenal manager. But we'll move on to more positive things, Carlos. I mean, we'll go back to Monday's game. 3-0 victory over Newcastle. Aubameyang.
That's light work. Regular day in the office.
I mean, if you've been watching Arsenal for the past few weeks, it wouldn't be a regular day in the office. It's only recently.
Cool. We've been winning. We've been winning.
Just about.
You're talking last year, mate. You're talking last year.
Man saying last year, like, well, a month ago, but that's cool. Yeah. We'll go with that. I mean, the positive is that finally finding his shooting boots. Finally,
that was a good goal as well, playing out from the left where he feels most comfortable. And he got that goal, which was a good goal. And I mean, like I said, Newcastle aren't like some sort of fierce competition anyway, so we was always destined to win that match. Someone I'm proper impressed by as well, definitely, is Smith Rowe. I think he's wicked. Definitely,
absolutely.
But yeah, I feel like with the loan move, they're going for Odegaard, the guy from Real Madrid. Probably will make somewhat competition for Smith Rowe, but at the same time, it should just prevent him from getting burnt out.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think that's gonna? Oh my god! Where are you getting these pictures from?
Oh my god!
This is the one. This one's wavy. This one is wavy. Shout out,
That is mad.
I feel like Anton's just segue into the next.
Where you at, Werner?
Well, that's don't throw me off.
We're not going to talk about Arsenal now.
Well, I mean,
that's thrown me off.
Anton just came out of nowhere.
Sugar.
The RPO movements. I can't take it. I'm not taking it seriously with that background.
Live it off, but overall that was a good game. Played well, and done what needed to be done. I can't complain with that. Like I said, that's what I feel like with this whole with the FA Cup game yesterday. I feel like he fielded a weaker team in the hope that he can rest some key players and then we can hopefully climb back up the Prem table, and without risking injury to players. Because as you can see, if certain players get injured, look who's going to be replacing them. Can't afford for that to happen. So,
bro. Hey, if they're injured, mate, you got to
certain man are injured. You saw what we've got as backup.
Do you really want to be relying on Pepe and William? I don't think so.
Nah.
Hey, Pepe, what happened to Pepe?
Oh my days! God knows where he's at. He needs to go as well. But again, we're just gonna have to hold the L. That big money we spent on him, I don't even think they finished paying it off as well. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
2 M's.
That's nothing. And you know one thing I've thought about as well. Why is it Arsenal? Yeah, anytime we get a player from one of the top teams, it's always someone who's like finished, their career's ended already. Like they're dead wood. Like, why have we got Willian? Like any player we've ever got from them has always been dead wood.
Yeah, Chelsea's not going to give
logic in that.
But we always give our good players, which makes no sense.
Didn't make any sense. Nothing about that transfer made sense to me. Apparently, I'm hearing it wasn't even really Arteta signing. It was Edu that pushed for it. So I don't really know what was going on there. Willian, he just looks like he's absolutely dying. And
he's just living for the paycheck, kind of. He's just getting the paycheck, and then he's just gonna just do his thing.
Literally. And Pepe, he needs to look at himself because he came with a lot of hype.
Yeah, because I mean, I heard. I think we're meant to be looking at Vinicius Jr. as well, allegedly.
Oh, really?
So if that is to go through, I think he more plays on the left, though, if I'm right. But then, yeah, he ain't gonna get ahead of Aubameyang, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
You have a lot of wingers, though, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you're getting very top heavy in the.
Yeah, on the winger department for some reason.
Yeah,
don't know why.
Arsenal's always, they've always bought wingers and attackers.
I feel like they're gonna do this winger converting to striker business rather than an out and out. I don't know if they're still looking to get rid of Lacazette or kind of what that motive is there. So I'd love to see how he plays that out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But if I were the Arsenal board, I'd be prioritising a CDM or a centre back.
Definitely CDM and definitely a centre back. Sure.
And then you guys have made 2 signings. You know, I mean, you got Matt Ryan from Brighton. That was a bit under the radar.
So he said something about he's always loved to play for Arsenal. Now he's gonna make some competition for Leno. Like, mate, we ain't here for that. just do your job.
We know he's not coming for no competition.
The only time, the place he was gonna play, we're out of the FA Cup. So
it's true, you know.
I don't know what he's going on about.
Unless he gets to the Europa, but hey, that's a big shout, man.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see how that goes anyway.
But Odegaard, it'll be an interesting one because obviously, I haven't seen too much of him recently, but he's a good player.
Yeah, because I mean, his whole thing, I believe, of coming is because he isn't getting regular first team football at Real Madrid. But if Smith Rowe's on form now, was he just going to drop him? Because I mean, every game for us in the Prem is going to be an important game. So I don't know how he's going to do that, to be fair.
Because they're similar ages as well, I think. Odegaard's like 22, 23, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
Smith Rowe's 20.
About 20. Yeah.
He's about 20 years old, so very close in age. Neither really established, so it'll be interesting to see how Arteta kind of balances it out, whether it'll be one or the other, or it'll be like a rotation thing.
He does that.
But yeah, I'll stay with you, Carlos, because obviously you weren't on last week. Obviously, Ozil completely has moved to Fenerbahce this afternoon. How would you rate Ozil's time at Arsenal, his legacy, what he left behind? What fondest memories?
He's a wicked technical player, but I think you could see as well, he definitely needed quality players around him to make him look even better as well, I believe. And I think him moving on, it made sense because it was like some puppy show. I don't know what was going on. Like, you're not playing all season, you're still getting paid this big money. You're being damn near enough exiled for, speaking out about something you believe in and, something against human rights. And that's exactly what it is. And now you're being exiled by the company, football club, essentially, that you're employed by, work for. So it's like, well, what am I doing there? I mean, if I was him, I would have just sorted my contract as well and collected that money. Then just gone off getting $350 a week. Do you know what I mean? I was like, all right,
I'm getting paid $350 to kick ball.
Yeah, and then I'll see that out, do whatever I do in my spare time, go to training, and then when I'm gone now, when I'm leaving, I'm going back to my home country anyway to play for like one of my childhood club teams. So, you know what I mean? I can't see it being an L, but he was overall, he was a wicked player in that position as well. He was definitely missed as well when he wasn't playing. But I'll say all the best to him, really. I mean, obviously, everyone had their frustrated times with, I didn't work hard enough, I never tracked back, and blah, blah, blah. But, all players have their ups and downs, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But, I'll just say best of luck to him anyway.
Yeah. It's like we said last week, and you kind of alluded to it before as well. Like, he didn't have the players around him to kind of accentuate his qualities.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal really facilitated it with the personnel that he put around them. So he had good moments, and I've always rated Ozil. especially at Real Madrid, like I said again last week. But I feel as if he kind of got into a bad patch. And
I think what Arsenal tried to do with Ozil is what they tend to do with quite a few players, and what they've done with Henry as well, where they put so much pressure on one player. Not saying Henry's like this, but for Ozil, he's not that sort of player to depend on for everything. I mean, coming from Real Madrid, look at the superstars he was playing with. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Ronaldo,
they had a lot of
Benzema.
individuals, do you know what I mean, that could score a lot of the time. And they would put, anytime a game went wrong, they were blaming him. And I don't think he wanted that position. He's like, I think he thought, I'm a wicked technical player, but I'm not the one to be counted on like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not the main guy.
Yeah. I don't think he wanted that main guy sort of role, but I think Arsenal fans tried to put him in that sort of position, which is very uncomfortable. So,
yeah, fair enough. But have you got anything to say about the Arsenal game on Monday before we segue into the next one?
Arsenal versus Newcastle?
Yeah.
No, I think it was a good performance from Arsenal. Like, they just did their job. It was a continuation of their form so far. Like, it was just a decent performance. Obviously, it fell away in this weekend in the FA Cup, but
we won't count that. Like Carlos said, we won't count that. Like Carlos said, Mickey Mouse Cup.
We'll X that out.
It'll be interesting to see like where they pick off on their next fixture against you guys. But that was a decent performance from them. Dala had a few good saves in that game. But some good performances from the youth team of Arsenal. Smith Rowe had a good game. Saka had a good game. Even Partey surprised me actually. He did a bit to contribute to Thingy's goal, Aubameyang's goal. It was a good performance.
Yeah. Do you concur with that, Smiley?
I really want to give Arsenal praise for something after they got beat up. You know what I mean?
What? How you get beat up? What, the 1-0?
How many Newcastle, but then they got slapped by Southampton.
Smiley, it was 1-0. What are you talking about?
Smiley, I guess
Mickey Mouse Cup.
Smiley, I guess beating Southampton away isn't for everyone. What can I say?
Like that. You're only as good as you lost.
What can I say?
Bro, man, you win today and they're all hyped up. Look at them.
We win every day.
It's a Man United win every day, mate. Like, I don't know why you're talking about this is a new thing. We've been winning for weeks.
And then when you don't lose, Ollie's so shit, man. He's so shit.
No, that's Smiley. That's Smiley.
I will never say that again.
That way hiding your face. You can't even keep a straight face while you're hiding it.
Right. You damn right.
He's looking for the Ollie photo. He's going to put it next to his head.
Should we do a quick preview of or prediction of next week's game? I know it's a big game, but you want to run through
the Arsenal Man U?
What we just said?
What did you say?
Say 5-0 or something?
5-0, blood.
Oh, he's tapped.
5 goals, no return.
Listen, I predict that game is going to be 2-1 to Arsenal, 3-2 to Arsenal.
Wow.
Where's the 2 goals coming from? You know, Batman's playing.
It's going to be just that today. One of the goals that we're going to concede is going to be our mistake. It's going to be Lewis. Lewis will make a mistake. That's how you get one of your goals.
Depends who shows up on the day, David or Lewis.
Isn't it David or Lewis?
How many goals do you concede, boy?
Neither one of them's good, to be fair.
Right. What I'm saying is Pogba, Bruno are coming, blood. And that's all I already got to say on that matter, boy.
Saturday perform at the Emirates.
Yeah. But speaking of performances,
that's the worst thing. We're actually going to batter them.
Oh, lost.
Yeah. So what's your real score, Smiley?
Big man thing, we're going to batter them.
You're not.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4 or 5-0.
You know what though, Anton? I never feel like sure when we go into Arsenal games because Ollie hasn't beaten our fair, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because Ollie was doing his 5 at the back thing, fam.
Yeah.
We're going to twist up that Maguire.
If we play Arsenal with our proper formation, we're going to batter them.
No matter what formation you play.
What formations would you play?
The team that we played today.
What, Van der Beek, Popper and...
No. Obviously, I would have Bruno on and then Van der Beek where McTominay was.
Okay. Okay.
And I'd have Bailly on for Lindelof.
Yeah, you're gonna need him for Aubameyang's play.
Gonna need him.
That is literally that's the team, fam.
What, De Gea running as well?
Huh?
Yeah, obviously the hair is gonna start, man. Otherwise, don't be silly.
Just making sure.
They ain't that brave. They ain't that brave for us.
Hendo's a good keeper, but the hair starting the league games, mate.
I think it'll be a tie game than you guys think. Like, you man just beat Fulham.
That's what I said.
2-1. Like, this is Fulham.
I never said it wouldn't be a tie game. So you're directing it to Anton.
But well, yeah. I think it'll be 2-1. Not too sure which way. It's 50-50 which way it'll go, but
United will do it. Any winner.
At the moment, I'm thinking Man United will just edge it. It'll be like a 70th or 80th minute goal, maybe like a Bruno free kick or something. But yeah, that's probably why.
You better hope not, otherwise you're going to hear it from Richard.
No, obviously I'm hoping not because it's long. Richard, as a Man United fan, is long. But yeah, he's just super excited about any little thing. Like his opinion.
Hey, how can you not be excited? Hey, bro, how can you not be excited? We're talking about the league, man.
For now.
Come on. Boy, we're doing what we have to do. Let's beat the teams in front of us, which is not what I can say for other teams. But yeah, speaking of other teams, we'll move on to your team.
Yeah, beat Luton 3-1. Good performance.
Decent performance.
No, yeah, like Tammy Abraham hat trick. I know some people probably give us stick for the first goal, which shouldn't have counted apparently because 2 balls were on the pitch. At the time.
You know what's so funny, bro? I was watching the Luton manager. I can't remember his name, but he was going off.
Yeah.
He was going up. He was going in. It's like the ref showing me disrespect. Red, like this, that, the other. Like he was saying, like, I'm the ref. You got to follow this. Like I've never been disrespected so much. I was just like, bro, just calm down, man. Like,
go over it. But that was it was a good game. Like there was some really good performances from the team. Like Tammy, like I give him a bit of stick for like not scoring actual like striker goals. But I think he was like a proper striker today. Like did some just really good football. There was some really good performances across the pitch. Ziyech, even Gilmore, he does stuff which like isn't pretty. I think it's very like understated. He kind of reminds me of Rice in the sense
he looks very he looks very neat and tidy. So he doesn't do anything that extraordinary, but he knits everything together.
Yeah, exactly. Like
from what I see anyway. So.
He's very solid, and Mount was captain this game, and I think he had a really good performance. Obviously not as attacking as he usually is. His job in this game was literally just to be like a deep line playmaker sort of role.
Pivot.
Yeah, but that was a good performance. Kepa does Kepa things as always.
I mean, let's talk about that goal he conceded. I mean,
you can literally see it from the reaction of all the players. Like none of them were surprised. Like they're just like
things.
Again. Like Mount reactions like kind of personifies it. But now like that's a goal he should have like saved. It was like literally right at his feet. Like you literally have no other job but to save that goal. I don't know how he missed it. You could say it was slippery, it was icy, but like you have no excuses. These are like simple saves you kind of do on the training ground. Kepa's a disappointment for me, to be honest. But you might as well play him in the FA Cup against like your Lutons and your Barnsleys and your Morecambe. Like,
no choice. What did you think of Hudson's performance when he came on?
Yeah, like Hudson literally lights up the pitch. Like you can literally see it from the way like he just comes on. Like he gave us width, he gave us like an attacking threat. Obviously assisted Abraham's goal at the end. But now like I literally love the way he plays. Like Pulisic, I think, didn't really play that well. Like he had a few chances, but nothing he did kind of stood out to me personally. But now like Hudson had a really good performance. Like I definitely think he should be starting with Tammy, to be honest.
Before I direct it to the other guys, would you drop Hudson for Pulisic?
No, I'll be playing Hudson. Like I think he's definitely putting his stake for a starting lineup. Like he's giving you assists, he's giving you goals. Like what more can you ask for? Like I really can't see what Pulisic is providing to the team, which Hudson Odoi doesn't. I think Hudson-Odoi does have his few weaknesses. Like sometimes the decision he makes might not be the right one. But I think
that's natural. He's young.
Yeah, exactly. But I think he has so many chances and creates so much space that like he brings you something in the game.
Definitely.
So yeah, I definitely want to see Pulisic dropped, Werner dropped, Havertz on the bench. Like there's so many people I'd like to see dropped. Can we not talk about Werner?
I Smiley, we need to get you back on, man, because I need people to see what you're representing right now. Because here we go.
Yeah.
So where is Timo Werner? Have you seen the man, Tom?
Just having a bad run of games. Like this guy has no confidence. Like this happens to all strikers sometimes, you know.
I mean, I'll give him like a little bit of credit because he got an assist today.
I don't see no pictures of Man United players like this.
No, but I can't lie. I was on a little bit of a Werner watch today because I just wanted to see like what he was really saying to me and what he could offer to this game. But he just looked so dejected, like his body language. He just looked so devoid of confidence. He was just flapping his arms, had his hands in his shirt, as Anton's exemplifying from his bloody picture. What's happening with Werner? Like, what's Lampard got to do to unlock him?
There was a positive I saw in this game. Like, I was thinking about how if you play Werner with like a taller kind of striker, what can you bring? Like whether it's like Tammy or whether it's Giroud. Because even at the beginning of the season when you're playing Tammy and Werner, there were actually glimpses of like really good like partnerships. So there is like that connection that is there, and obviously that produced the first goal. I think there were qualities in Werner which he brought to the game, like his run-ins, even the run which like produced a penalty. So there are parts of his game which like are actually good, but what I would say is his finishing is poor. Like I can't take his
serious until it's got that.
Yeah, neither can I. I lost my place. But now like
bro, you're trying to make the hard sell, but I'm not buying it. So
his picture says it all.
Look, a striker's job is to score goals, and he's having problems doing that. Like, obviously, he has other contributions, but like, there's a point in time where you need to just say, like, what can he do for me? And at the moment, there isn't that much that other players can't do either.
Smiley, what do you think? What do you think of? What's going on with him right now?
Boy, picture
penalties.
Says it all. Look,
exemplifies.
Look at him. Like, I don't know. Obviously, he'll come good in it. Like, it's just not his season. But I reckon next season we'll see the real Werner. But just not this season.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Remember, the Prem's a hard league, you know. Like, it's a very hard.
It's not the Bundesliga.
Yeah. Like, it's a big difference. Big difference.
For me, like, it's not rocket science to score a goal. Like, you should be able to score a goal in any division.
Yeah, but it's the confidence. Because even Martial's been missing some sitters this season.
This is true.
It's just confidence.
Yeah. But it's just Werner's. It's just more consistent.
No, I've been listening. I've been quiet just hearing this. Let's just call it what it is. The guy's trash. The guy is trash. Like, I'm sorry, but stay confident. Bro, this guy has had chances on a plate loads of times through one-on-one, and he's continuously missing. The pen he missed today. Like, as a manager, as the coach in training, what are you doing with this guy? You must be putting him to the side. Like he must be saying to him, like, please talk to me. What's wrong? Why can't you score? Like, are you actually a striker, or was you in a different position and we've now put you as a striker? Like, it don't make sense. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's not like he's getting like dead chances where it's like a tight angle or all the time. Like, he's getting good one-on-one chances as well, sitters. He's missing them. Like, he needs to be held accountable. It's not even to do with age. I mean, you could say the league, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're a striker. I mean, if you're a winger and you're meant to cross, if your crosses are always dead, we're just gonna say, oh, it's because it's the Prem, like, he's confident. Mate, that's what you cross. That's your job to finish. So it's like, it's not like he's happened to take it from field and then take it all the way up and then score. Like, a lot of these is getting through balls. Some he's working for, but like, it's just sitters. Like, maybe his technical ability ain't there. He might just need to work just on finishing and training or something. I don't know.
It's funny because I think Abby said it last week. Apparently, his conversion rate in Leipzig wasn't that great either, but Leipzig made a lot of chances. So it's like you get in a situation where he has like 5 chances and he scored like 2 of them. So Werner's conversion rate hasn't been great anyway, but it's just the fact that everyone's seeing him now in the Premier League, so it's kind of getting magnified. And,
so then, in essence, is it that us ourselves or someone else has overhyped Werner to be something he actually isn't then?
Seeing it now, he looks overhyped, isn't it? Because he came with a lot of fanfare when he came. And I was expecting a lot because a lot of Chelsea fans were saying he was going to finish the season as a golden boot. I was like, right, okay, cool. I haven't seen too much of Werner. So let me see, because you guys have a lot to say about Werner, but from what I've seen right now, he's dying, isn't it? And for me, it feels like a confidence thing, innit? I feel like his confidence is shot. So maybe like Smiley said, give him a season to kind of like, well, give him towards the end of the season to regain his confidence, and maybe when you get into his second season, that.
Well, what I don't understand is where did he lose confidence?
I have no idea.
In the first place, it makes no sense.
You might have to answer
he had
that question,
no reason
man.
to lose confidence in the first place. Like, it's not like he's around like rubbish players. Like, they got good players. So, and like I said, he's getting clear-cut chances and all of this. So, I don't know whether he just needs to drop him for a while. And if Lampard's actually talking to him, like, what's actually wrong? Like, and maybe we need to actually check. Maybe we need to actually check like his statistics at his previous club, like what his goals this season was.
My goodness.
He needs to have a chat with Pogba.
I think like the way I see it is, like he came into the season when he first joined Chelsea and he was actually popping in goals. And obviously we moved into the left when we moved into the left, and I think that's when it all started, when like his confidence came like tumbling down, and then we kind of moved into the middle to kind of see whether that will regain it, and that wasn't quite working. Because even when he was having like his international breaks and scoring goals for Germany, wasn't quite pulling through into like the way he was playing in for Chelsea. So I think it's a weird one. I don't actually know where it went wrong, but something's gone wrong, and it isn't going right anytime soon. So,
I mean, how old is Werner? Was he like 24?
Yeah, he's still young.
Still young. So he's still got some time to redeem
24,
himself.
what? You should still be slapping in goals at 24. What's going on? Or is it like he just don't feel comfortable? Does he not like it at Chelsea or something?
It could be a mixture of a lot of things.
He actually might not even like it at Chelsea.
He's just got no confidence.
You can just see from the look on his face.
Just
like I said,
confidence.
He just looked so dejected today. Like every chance, he was just flapping his arms.
He don't smile like these two. He don't
never.
smile like these two. There's no smile. You know what I'm saying? He's at this.
To be honest,
them man are winning.
Bruno looks like he's hanging on for dear life there, like he's about to drown or something. So, don't know about that.
Drowning in W's.
You know, like that.
Drowning in W's.
Drowning in the drip.
But no, we got caught up in this whole Werner talk, and I didn't even get to the game on Tuesday. So, Boaz, let's talk about the match on Tuesday.
There's nothing to talk about, guys.
I mean, I spoke to a few Chelsea fans. They didn't seem too confident about the game Tuesday. And it kind of was exemplified in the game itself. 2-0 Leicester. I mean, what happened?
There's actually nothing to talk about because I'm actually not surprised. Like, everyone else talking to other people before the match.
Why are you not surprised?
I was just like, no, like the way Leicester play, they actually play quite good football, to be fair.
But you're Chelsea.
We are Chelsea, but like the way I see it is the way Leicester plays is the way Chelsea should be playing. But Chelsea don't do that. Like, even in the match, and when we're trying to see like where are Chelsea gonna get a goal, we had good possession, but like we literally spent that possession like passing it amongst ourselves in our own half. And it was just like, how are we gonna get a goal if this is the way we're gonna play? So
you had Ziyech, Pulisic, who played up front? Tammy, was it Tammy or Werner? I can't remember.
I think it was Werner that played on.
I think you heard what Havertz played, right? He started. No, so I mean, you had a strong team. So the fact that you're telling me that you couldn't,
No, yeah, like it was a strong team because I think it was the game where like Mount and Havertz were both playing at the same time.
Mount's all right, but he's no Maddison.
Preach, baby.
Are we doing this again?
Yeah. I want Smiley to do this again, mate, because I've been calling for it, mate. Did you see Maddison today, mate?
You see him?
Yeah.
What's that? His fourth consecutive game he scored a goal?
Madison's that guy, fam.
They're playing
He's a good player still.
They're playing in different positions.
Madison's wavy.
I'm trying to tell them, but where?
Mount plays number 8, where Madison plays like a number 10 role. So it's hard to compare.
Same.
I can compare. Madison's better.
Thereabouts.
No, it's not the same positions because they have different responsibilities. Like a number 10's primary responsibilities going forwards, creating attacking chances, just having that sort of outlet. Whereas a number 8 has 2 primary roles, whether it's defending, covering, being solid at the back, but also being like a playmaker. So they bring different things to the team.
Yeah, sorry to cut it off, but it looks like Lampard's kind of altered his role. So he's kind of moved into like a number 6 now. Do you feel as if there's something he's going to do going forward so he can facilitate more attacking players?
I think it goes to show the versatility which Mount has. I think his natural state
I agree with that.
Like a number 10. But I think just the way Chelsea are, you kind of need him playing like in a more kind of deeper sort of role.
Like a deep lying midfielder.
And I think he has I think the thing which is his asset is his work ethic. Like this guy literally works hard, he wins the ball back. Even if he loses the ball less times than Havertz, but even when he does, he isn't ashamed to literally run after the ball, drop back and try win it back. I don't think that's kind of the difference between him and Madison. I think they're both good players, don't get me wrong. But they have different strengths.
Madison's better.
They have different strengths. They play different roles though. Because I want to put Madison. I want to put Madison in like a number 8 role. He couldn't do it.
Of course he could.
Smiley, what did you think of the game on Tuesday? Or did you catch the game?
It's what I expected, to be honest. I knew Leicester was going to beat them. I put them on my football bet to win. Do you know what I mean? It's what I expected, fam. I swear down.
No respect for Chelsea.
No, I respect Chelsea, but Leicester's better than Chelsea. And I can say that with a straight face. Leicester are better than Chelsea.
Yeah, right now. And it's crazy saying that because look at the players Chelsea have.
Yeah, but Leicester's got that foundation. Brendan Rodgers has actually built something. And they look, if Leicester start to spend serious money, they can be a problem. They can actually be a problem.
100%. It's a shame that Vardy's injured
because I don't want Lampard to get sacked and then Chelsea get Brendan Rodgers. I don't
think any opposition fan wants Lampard to get sacked.
Brendan Rodgers will do good at Chelsea.
Oh, 100%.
I reckon he'll do good there.
I mean, we'll go back to the Chelsea fan in Boaz. Obviously, when I last asked you about Lampard's position, you were very confident. You said, Roma's not going to get rid of him. But do you feel as if your stance has changed?
Obviously, there's talks of other managers coming in.
And the Gelsman, innit?
Yeah, but I think he will join until the end of the season.
Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, that's another candidate as well. I definitely think it'll probably be someone who's German to kind of utilize the kind of German talent which is in the team, or people that have come from the Bundesliga, so like Pulisic, Havertz, Werner, Ziyech. And there's quite a few German speakers really good as well. I think Lampard's got to the end of the season. I think very much for giving the honour of doing that, seeing out the season and seeing where he comes. If he can win an FA Cup, that'll probably help his case. But unfortunately for Lampard, it's not quite working out for him.
It feels like the pressure's getting to him as well. Like I heard he's fighting reporters now. When your manager starts fighting reporters, you can tell that's when the pressure's really settling in.
Yeah, I think he just lacks that kind of that tactical knowledge. But I think when you're a manager and you have these really good players, you kind of just expect them to kind of fit into a mold and kind of do their job.
I feel as if the personalities and the players that he has at his disposal might be hindering him in the sense that because he's never managed these group of players before with quality, because last year it was a bit more simpler. He youth players and stuff like that. But now he's got big characters. So essentially, he's having trouble managing all those egos because he's only really done that at Derby for a year, and he's gone straight into the Chelsea job.
Yeah, I think also the difference between last season and this season is last season he kind of already knew the team already. Like, it hasn't been too long since he was playing for Chelsea, and most of the players under him he used to play with or were in the youth team with him. Whereas I feel like now it's slightly different where there's kind of like foreign talent coming in, and he's having to manage them as well. I think Thiago Silva's kind of helped him in that aspect, but yeah, it's just lacking that sort of managerial experience in that aspect.
What do you think, Carlos, of Lampard's stance or his future at Chelsea?
Yeah, I think he's in above his head at the minute. I think, to be honest, I think he's run out of ideas, and I think it's like I feel like he almost knows what's coming, and he's just gonna accept it when it comes.
Like a dead man walking.
Yeah, but I feel like just for the pride of Chelsea, and he's a Chelsea legend, he's just sticking.
Hey, do you think Roman cares about that? Hey, Di Matteo won the Champions League, he got sacked.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Brozovic is still like just take him out, no problem. Like you said, I doubt I'd see him here next season. I don't think we're gonna see him here next season.
You're saying we're gonna see him back in Sky Sports Studios,
something like that. I mean, the way these reporters are talking to him, when I was watching it the other day, I saw it was on Sky Sports News. Were they asking him stuff like, "Oh, so what's your prediction? What's your prediction for the score next week?" And you just get mad upset. Why are you asking me that? How am I meant to know? It's whatever the players do. So I was like, what?
Now he's just getting mad defensive.
Yeah, he's just getting ultra. Like you can see it in his face. Like he's just stressed beyond belief. Like I feel like where he's such a legend at Chelsea, now seeing this side of him with the managerial side, I don't know if he feels like he's somewhat tarnishing his legacy, almost. Like he's going to leave because, essentially, once he leaves, that's probably going to be the last memory people will have of Lampard, or some of the new school anyway. They'll be like, oh, this guy's rubbish, whatever. And yeah, man, I just don't think he can manage this. I just think it's a bit too much. It's above his belt, man. It's above his weight class, I think.
Yeah, Smiley, do you concur? Do you think the job's too much for Lampard? Do you feel as if it's a foregone conclusion?
To be honest, I want him to have that job as long as possible.
Obviously, you do.
Keep messing up.
But we need to keep Lampard in. We need to keep Arteta in. We need to keep all these
don't try to disrespect Arteta
in their job.
Working on himself.
But they're making Ollie look amazing. So let's just leave them in.
Hey, Ollie's top, mate. Hey, you can't chat to Ollie right now, mate. He's untouchable.
Thanks to these clowns, Ollie's looking wavy. So
don't put Arteta in the same bracket as flipping Lampard. That's a disrespect.
No, Arteta's down there with Lampard, mate. Sorry.
No way.
He's the Spanish Lampard.
Oh, that's a disrespect. That's a disrespect.
They're the same person.
That's out of
order. Oh my god, man! Try to say Lampard on the turn. Hey, don't have it.
No way. Arteta's doing his thing, man. He's getting his stuff together, man.
Ain't they close to each other in the table as well?
That's only because of our bad form.
See, same manager, man.
That's going to change next week. I'll change it. We'll beat Southampton, then we're going to beat Man U. Watch.
You got Southampton again?
Yeah, I think it's Tuesday.
I'm going to have that same picture up again.
That's going to be 2-0, and then we're going to beat you either 2-1 or 3-2.
You're crazy. You're going to lose both matches.
Nah.
It's a distinct possibility, mate. You could lose both matches.
Southampton are going to batter you.
You say you're doing your football bets,
man,
bet on that.
Wally Walcott's coming.
Walcott's tired, man. That guy's been tired since forever.
What's the odds on Walcott to score, Anton? Are they out already?
Boy.
0 to 1 million.
They're probably low because Arsenal's got a dead defence.
Oh, hell no. No, they're hella high.
I mean, any odds against Arsenal's probably dead because they're just rubbish.
That's the trick. The fool you look.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Who are Chelsea playing next week?
I'm actually not sure.
Looking at that fixture list, boy.
Oh, Chelsea vs Wolves, I think.
Lost to them last time out, so hopefully Chelsea can gain some revenge.
That's another L for Chelsea.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, I guess it's up to Lampard to prove us wrong.
Is Jimenez back yet?
Nah, I don't think he's going to be back for a while, man.
That's crazy.
Fractured skulls aren't one to really.
Didn't they buy a striker?
They bought one.
Yeah, what's his name? That 18-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Did they buy him or did he come through? They bought him, right?
No, I think they bought him.
Yeah, I think he scored last match, so he'll probably start with Neto. And I don't know if Podence is back. He played the FA Cup fixtures, I think, unless I'm mistaken. If he didn't, then yeah, him or Neto, if not both.
And yeah, they got a striker on loan from Real Sociedad, Jose.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, maybe. It's sad to see Tomori on loan. Like,
hey guys, should we do a team of the week? We did a team of the week last week. We didn't, did we?
No, we didn't.
Should we do one this week? Neutral's the first name on.
Flipping out, ain't no Arsenal players in it. I'll tell you that.
No, you man won on Monday, no?
Oh, from Monday. Sorry, yeah, from Monday. Yeah, just throw Smith Rowe in there. I'll be happy with that.
Not Aubameyang.
What other strike? Didn't any strikers score?
Wait, the Monday fixture, that was a carryover from the weekend, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Because it's a bit funny, because the midweek games are so stretched out.
Yeah.
I don't even know what game week it is. I don't know if that's a new game week or...
Oh, yeah.
I'm very confused with the game weeks. I think it'll be hard to
do you know what? Yeah, let's scratch that out, because I feel like that'll just be some long thing.
Because I think just the way the fixtures are, like, it's just split up between different game weeks.
Let's just do manager of the week, and it's Oli.
That's a good shout, Tom.
What? Because you beat Fulham 2-1.
Yeah,
that's a joke.
That was an important game. Do you know why that was important?
Because that was Pogba though. It wasn't Solskjaer.
We had to win that game because obviously we drew against Liverpool. So everyone was looking at the Fulham game as, okay, you've drawn against Liverpool. Now you need to get the result.
Solskjaer did nothing in that game.
You see,
don't be a hater.
You say Solskjaer don't get credit, but you could argue that. You could argue that it's because of Solskjaer that Pogba's back in form.
Yep.
Well, isn't that just Pogba trying to get his
gave him his confidence.
Isn't it just because Pogba wants out?
Nope. Another manager might have dropped him and never returned him.
Solskjaer and Pogba have a really good relationship.
No, Pogba's trying to put himself in the shopping window.
And he meant to go back to Juventus or something.
Yeah.
Depends whether they can afford him. But I don't know. It's a funny one because I don't see Pogba leaving. Well, no.
Pogba's not going to leave. He's going to sign a new contract.
I just feel like team.
When's his contract finish? End of this season?
Next season.
Next season, yeah.
But he's going to sign a new one.
Yeah, I don't think teams can afford him. I don't think Juventus can afford him because they're still about pay. Are they still paying off Ronaldo?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, Juventus want to do like bare swap deals for Pogba.
We're not taking on that first.
But I actually think Pogba's happy in Manchester.
He said he's happy if he's winning.
Yeah,
I think winning.
I think as long as Man United make the right signings, Pogba will stay. That's all it is. He just wants to be somewhere where they're going to win. And he's probably looking at it like Real Madrid, you're not even guaranteed to win there anymore. Do you know what I mean?
To be honest, I think in this coronavirus sort of like world, no real team can really afford like big money players.
Well, Chelsea was spending like it was nothing.
That's because we had bare money. We had no transfer season last season. So we actually had money coming in, and like obviously we sold Hazard as well and didn't spend that money.
Still no.
We had bare money.
What happened to Hazard? Hazard's just fallen off the earth, fam. I ain't heard nothing about him.
He was the best. He was the best money deal Chelsea ever had.
How much you get from 100? Was it 100 million or 80?
It raised to 150. It's up to 150. I think it was like 100.
That's crazy. Was he 28? Was he 28?
And he had like under a year left as well.
Under 28 and.
Oh my days, he had under a year left on his contract.
So he had under a year. He's 28, 29. He hasn't barely been playing for Madrid. He's been in and out.
That's a big deal, bro.
Marina. It was Marina's deal.
Yeah, to be fair, she did broker a lot of good deals. It's just too bad the Chelsea players can't show for it. But
look, it's a matter of time. Anyway.
You've been saying this for how many weeks now? So.
Look, it hasn't been time yet. Give us a season.
Unless anyone has anything else to say, I think we're gonna wrap this one up.
No, that's good. Just watch out. Arsenal on a double win this week. Just look out for that.
I wouldn't put any bets on it.
Shit. I will.
Well, don't lose your money, mate. Or don't lose all your money.
By Sunday, Arsenal's going to be in the relegation zone.
He's moving mad. He's
telling you.
Mad.
They're going to beat them so bad we send them back.
They're going to lose both games.
The bottom half of the team.
Guarantee we don't. Watch.
Remember, it's close, The bottom half is close. Like, you lose one or two games and you're back down there.
Yeah, the margin.
The next two games and we're up there.
Very funny.
No, you know what? Let him have his confidence. Let him have his confidence, Smiley. It's probably the most confidence I've seen out of Carlos in a while.
Yeah, come on. We're coming back.
This one, man. You'll hit him harder when
Just make sure you beat flipping Sheffield on where is it? Wednesday you playing.
Light work, mate. Light work.
Just make sure you're here next week when you get beat up. I want to see your face. Yeah? I want to see your face.
Definitely want to see that badge behind you.
That's going to be there.
But has you got anything to say? Did you give a prediction for Wolves next week?
I don't want to give my prediction.
Come on, mate.
It'll be a draw.
Wow.
Okay.
It'll be 1-1.
I mean, Wolves haven't exactly been in great form either, so...
Neither are Chelsea.
Neither is Werner.
So, yeah, a draw. Chelsea might win it, but my prediction is a draw. This is my honest position.
All right, I think we'll leave it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Right. Make sure to follow us on all the socials. That's at the Brothers Chat on Twitter and Instagram, and you will catch this video on our YouTube channel, which we will put up in due course. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That is the Brothers Chat. Just type it onto YouTube. You'll find us, and yeah, that is it. Later.
Peace. Later.
Cool.